Welcome everyone! Welcome to another Google stream today! Today is Friday! And Fridays are flipping legal, okay? Yes. Sorry for the late start. I had a little bit of a sleeping debt over there. So I decided, well, my body kinda decided on his own to, get all the sleeping we needed over there. Well. Yeah. We're gonna work on Sailor Moon for a bit. It's gonna be only a very little bit, because today we have to be playing big with the boys, Gotta celebrate the start of the weekend. So it's gonna be only a few hours of Unity and blending, right? And other than that, then we're gonna be playing big with the boys. Okay. Well, yeah. This is where we left off. We're here in Unity, right? I put a little bit of music. Well, we can start here. Let's see what we have going on. Music here. Let's see. What's okay, legal. Alright. So in Unity, we were starting to make the animation work here, right? I checked off stream, and yeah, these copies of the materials, if I change them here, they will not affect the others. What I also discovered in the motive, or the the reason the file reset to the original character, the original Sailor Moon, is because, well, when it asked me if I wanted to make changes in the scene, I said no at the last time, because I realized this is a Unity scene, so I can create another one for the animation to preserve this saved here forever. I also can just drop the character back, but we can also save her, so we're gonna do just that. Okay, so let me go. It is to the main project folder, I think. Let me see. I think it's straight up in assets, maybe. Yeah, I have all my scenes here, so I will create a Sailor Moon animation scene, and we are gonna load it up, right? And so we're gonna be good boys and separate our projects properly, okay? Okay. So. Let me go here to the corner. Okay, big W. And then we will go back to Blender and start merging the tracks of the animation, because, well, we have to investigate what was going on there, because, for example, the makeup kit and the magic rays were ignoring the animation, right? And it's probably the fact that I only plugged one track in there, and the rest of the animations are in different NLA strips, right? So I have to combine everything into one. And also, like, details like the crystal of the makeup kit, for example, it seems like we can actually animate skin mesh renders independently. So as long as there is a mesh, we can play with the values, the emission, and the opacity independently. So, for example, the crystal of the makeup kit, we have to make it into its own object, because that way, we can do the magic separately over there. And we can merge every material into 5 master materials or 6, and then start from there. That way we don't have like 30 materials and my project folder start getting heavier and heavier. To be honest, I eventually should make another project, because here we have like a lot of materials, and I don't know exactly why every time I try to press the play button on Unity, it has to cache every material, right? And they are reaching 500. So every time I create a new Warudo project, this file gets larger and larger, right? So we shouldn't be doing that, probably. But I guess because the WordPress SDK is gonna officially update the Unity version in not very long from now, right? It's gonna jump from 2021 to, I think it is 2022. It's not a big jump, but it is a jump, right? So I'm gonna take it, and that way we're gonna create a new scene from there. I don't know if this scene can work on the previous one. Possibly stuff will break, I don't know. That way we can also upgrade our Magica clause to newer version, right? The creator of Magica clause is working on Magica clause 3 right now. The biggest change really is only that it's gonna be GPU based instead of CPU based. And to be honest, it's kind of beneficial for me that it's CPU based, because I am already using my GPU for a lot of stuff while I'm streaming. So if I can offload more processes to the CPU, that's actually better for me. So in my case, I would say it's probably a bit, so physics were usually CPU based. I don't know, Mr. Banana, and welcome back, by the way. Welcome. Sorry for the late start today. I overslept a bit. Hey, Soben! How are you doing over there? Thank you for the first time message over there. Hey. So I don't know if they are usually CPU based, right? I know the new version of Magica clause is gonna be using GPU instead of CPU. That is basically the biggest improvement, let's say, right? But I don't know. I don't know if I need that, to be honest. Magica clause 2 is pretty goated. And I was researching about the. I need to look a bit more into it. Into the problem I told you about of the Blender 100 scaling issue on the root bone. I need to investigate more about it. Yeah, you're already struggling with VRAM. Yeah. Yippee! Slash, the man, the myth, the legend. How are you doing over there? Oh, I'm going through my desk. How's the animation session? I wrote you a little DM over there through Twitch. I told you. Sorry, I was on and off yesterday. I couldn't be there all the time, so I was opening, looking there for a bit. I had to be off. I was editing too. 8180. Your animations look amazing. You're an actual pro over there. Let me see. So yeah, we're already cooked on VRAM, so I don't know. That's probably not gonna be good for us upgrading Magica clause to that, to Magica clause 3. Okay. So yeah, I will eventually look into the better FBX exporter. I think if I leave our exporter enough time, it can probably pull it off, right? But who knows? Let's just create a new Unity scene for this girl here. Create, where can I do this? File maybe? New scene, basic. Create a new scene. Okay, and I'm gonna save it over here. My internet is acting up. Well, let's make sure. Are you having issues with my stream, guys, over there? Let me see. Over here, Twitch seems to be happy. I see a green line over there. And OBS is happy? Yeah, I'm not dropping frames. I probably don't have like I'm probably only streaming 1080p. There is an issue, right? When you are not a partner, you cannot choose where to have transcoding or not. It is an option that's up to Twitch. Twitch chooses who gets it. It's randomized, right? Who gets it and who doesn't. So you cannot lower the quality. So if your internet is a bit tight or the connection is a bit bad, because I can only stream at 1080-60, it might struggle a bit. Let me see. What is the case? Are the rest of my scenes here? Yes, they are. So we're gonna create now Sailor Moon animation. I probably will plug the new textures in there. It's not really a requirement, but well, why not? Why not? Can have both materials. Let me see. The folder we already have it, no problem. This one is empty without a model. Well, we can drop. Should we drop it? Makes our thing spicy, but I guess we can drop it and swap it maybe. So how is your Friday? My Friday is kinda just starting, to be honest. It is kinda finishing here for the Spanish people, but my Friday is kinda just starting. But big chilling, big chilling. I slept very well. I needed to be honest. So well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see. Opening the Blender file here. Well, not the file, my folder. See the materials here. Sailor Moon animation. We have the FBX here. Okay, we have our angel over here. The magical angel Sailor Moon. Let's see. All the materials are here, so we can plug it on the FBX. Let's see. This is what we were. Let me see. Does it work if I press play? Is the logic in there? I don't think it is, because the animator is not plugged anymore. Okay, so this reset. Have the animation track here. This is the armature action. Is it not plugged into the FBX? Because I probably didn't save. Are you render outside of Blender? Ah, no, I render in Blender. This is so that this is why I was spending so much time in Blender, because I needed the armature to be flawless so that it can work here. The issue is that this girl over here in Wardo, so it has to go through Unity, right? So that this girl can have the animation working on her. So we can move her around and she can transform here inside Unity, inside Wardo. So we can be in a 3D world or on a video game, right? And she can do the transformation. And we can look at it like from every angle. We can look at her in 3D and she can move around, right? And transform whenever she wants or whatever she wants, right? That's why I was spending so much time in there. Let me see. And I tried to clear in Blender all the illegalities I thought could arise, right? And right now I have the issue here that I'm plugging this action here with all the frames, the 1000 something frames, but we may have other actions that, for example, this one has 180 frames and is not in use currently, right? So I have to go back to Blender and merge them all into one action, because that way, I mean, you can probably trigger them all from the animator here, right? Armature action. This should be looping forever, or at least being triggered. Because I didn't save the scene fully. Well, I didn't save this, right? But this got saved. So we managed to make it work the other day. Don't know exactly what got disconnected here. Maybe it was. But well, it was working, but it was broken. In the sense that not all the bones were reacting to the animation. Let's see. Do you have an animator? Do you have an animator? You have this here. But was this properly configured? We have the action outside, right? It's okay, it was broken anyway, but we can... Well, I was gonna start setting the materials. Should probably... The chicken is over there, eh? I got bubbled. Got bubbled just like that. Bubbles are nice. They are legal. They don't hurt me. Let me see. So I can start changing these spheres. Can drop them on the model. I need to consolidate all the material list in Blender to resume into these master materials, because right now I have a little bit of an illegal situation, because the FBX has, look at this. This is the list of materials, right? The total list. So we need to resume it, or summarize it, sorry, into basically this and maybe a magic material or two. So yeah, and then we probably can swap the textures, and so back to Blender. Let me see. Yeah, coffee is legal indeed. I already had my coffee. I came prepared, eh? I came prepared, had my coffee to be able to blend. And today is not buggy. I guess it gets bugged every time I toggle some characters around me, I think. Don't know if it is because their colliders don't disappear or what. Let me see. You need a coffee for real. Hey, I got yeeted. Hey, I collided against Sailor Moon. Pick me up. Sailor Moon, pick me up. Save me. You need a coffee for real. Coffee is human fuel over there. Hey. Let me see. Mr. Blender, we do be switching. Where is Unity? Up. Blender. There we go. Wow. Refreshing. Okay. So, our girl is here. Let's collapse the hierarchy here, and let's see what we have to do. From top to bottom, we can start collapsing. Let's do the actions first. The materials, I'm gonna do it last, so that I can keep a copy to render with all the proper materials, because when I summarize them, I will break the animation here in Blender. Health bar looking low. Oh no! You caught me. Press. Mercy, please. Let's go. Mercy from Overwatch. Got A. Croissant is to bake. Are we using the bakery? Probably. It's always a good moment to use the bakery. Always a good time to bake. Okay, so in Unity, the list of actions that are being used. I guess in the NLA, this is the illegality we have going on, right? We have several stripes here. The armature action, this is our main. Where's the heal command so people can protect you from this? Emote. Emote can heal me. I should probably make it heal, or make the emote heal me too. I can probably do that, because emote is confusing. People don't have to know that, right? Let me go to the notes here. I'm gonna code it real quick here in the Word editor. Where is it? Probably in Twitch interactions. I'm gonna look for emote. Where is emote? All right. I am gonna copy this node, maybe. String contains emote, or string contains String contains heal. Or you can also ask me to eat almonds, and I can do it manually. If you do exclamation mark almonds, it launches a little almond at me and makes my doesn't let me do it like this. Okay, I can do it like this too. Emote or heal. The output boolean, I plug it here. Can you take two conditions? No. Alright, so then I need to create a logic gate and or sorry, emote or boolean or if you contain emote or if you contain heal, you heal me. Let's see. Can you try heal? Exclamation mark heal. Let me see. Exclamation mark heal. Nice. We got this. Yet. Mr. Maro, welcome back. Heal. Yeah, let's go. Nice. Makes sense, right? I think heal makes more sense. You don't have to know that the emotes heal me. Alright, I'm gonna save this scene just in case. Yimmy! Apologies. Look at me. Hi. I got so close to the screen. Okay. Saving. Yes. How are you doing, Mr. Maro? Let me see. I'm gonna summon you too. Are you ready to pick in a meat? Hey. Let me see. A flower. You made it disappear. Okay. So we have the whole animation going on here, right? I modified Babalit. It's legal. Modify the animation a bit so that it looks better in 3D here. We're inside a bubble bath. Babalit. Oh, does it not? Ah, there it is. I think. Oh, you just discovered something. I thought that was illegal behavior, eh? You can't. I'm in danger. So I modified it a little so that it looks better in 3D. As a consequence, the background goes a bit wild and the camera... Well, the camera is relative. Oh my god. You're discovering combos. I didn't even know that was possible. Hi. Wow. Okay. That was an experience. What? Okay, let's start copying. Let's start copying. Oh my god. Awesome bubble jet. Hydrate, hype, cop, and gabo. Let's flipping go. So let's see if the theory is actually right? If the bubble breaks from now on, I'm colliding with the rest of the characters. Even if they get disabled, I think maybe the colliders stay or something, stay loaded. Yeah, I don't know how it is, but let me see. What is key 20? This is a blend shape. What kind of blend shape? Makeup lead action. Mr. Slash, do you know, I think there is a way to create a master action that has all the NLA strips, right? Do you have the brain wrinkles? I think you bake and you... Do you know that? How to do that? I need basically all the strips from every object to be in one NLA strip. Just never done it before. Okay. We'll have to figure it out. Good old copy paste works, you know, but it feels a little bit caveman style, so I don't know if there is a smarter way to do it. Let's see. Okay, key 20. What are you and what do you do? You only have a few frames, so I'm assuming you're only controlling a single blend shape or something. Action editor, can I see this little stripe, or this little strip? Key 20. It belongs to a blend shape, weirdly enough. How can I... Blending combine, which is what you need to do, but can I... Animated influence, animated strip time, sync length, okay. Right. Let me hydrate for real. Need some water in there. Let's see, how can we go about this? What is key 20? How can we know? Value key .002. What is this illegality? This is the slot for makeup lead. Makeup lead, good sir. Oh my god! The bubble still works, so Osen and Gabu are not spicy, which is good to know. Or the cat flower. Shall I? Well, I can do it like a caveman, right? Switch here to makeup lead action. Makeup lead action. I can... Ah, look at this, constraints. Okay, you're not needed anymore. These were a child of constraints that I was toggling on the lead. This has been baked, so this one is not required anymore. Can delete it, or if I want to preserve as much info as possible, I guess. I can disable it in the stack, for example. It's not required anyway. Should probably delete it. I need to end this. How do you say this? Diogenes. I cannot be a hoarder here. A digital hoarder of trash in my Blender files. I need to... This has been used already. I have them in previous versions of Blender, I should delete the action. I'm holding keyframes, I'm holding trash in here in the shadow realm. I have a ton of trash. I should have gotten this. A few curves. All ribbons. You know, you never know when you're gonna be you never know when you're gonna be needed. I should delete this trash, okay? I should delete the trash. Okay. Okay. Delete the trash. Okay, this action is not needed. Can we delete an action? Replace action. Push stash. Pressing this X is, yeah, only unassign it. No, we want to delete the action. Can I only delete actions in the file properties? You know, like in the outliner here, I have to go to the file data and manually delete them there? Probably not, right? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Seems like it's kind of convoluted. Well, you can only delete materials for real there, too. Well, is that actually true? I think I have gotten there to delete stuff. Yeah, I guess you delete the materials, but they linger in the file, right? For some reason. Delete action. Where? Let me see. Blender. Where? The outliner Blender file. Ooh. Blender needs to work on this. This is a little bit Skafarowski. I think there is a file cleanup too. File cleanup deletes unused stuff. Okay, it seems risky. Where is file cleanup? F3. Purge unused data. Interesting. Okay, maybe they don't need to top left file, or yeah, I can F3. F3 is actually goated, eh? Okay, let me put the proper animation here, right? I don't want you to purge the armature, but... And let's see what it deletes. Armature action. Okay, I created an incremental and I'm gonna ask you purge, decimate my file. File cleanup. Purge and use data. Local data blocks. 1 node 3, 1 annotation. Link data blocks, none. Recursive delete. Only 1 node 3 and 1 animation. That's it. Or manage and use data. Let me see. Manage and use data. Oh, open a little window for me. Collections. I have a collection. I have a collection called collection that seems to not be used. I have an image called render result that's not being used. I have a node group that's called mtune that's not being used. And some random text. But this is not what I expected to find there. So let's see. Can we... Is it in file browser? No. Is it in properties? Let's see. Properties? No. Is it in the it's always here. I always forget. Unused data I have. Okay, this is basically what we find there. What we found: a collection name collection, random image, a node we are not using, and some text. But that feels like very little. Let me see. Blender file. Actions. Okay. Here we can start cleaning our file. Let's see. What in the illegalities? We had. Okay, I'm gonna open this as a separate little window here. Okay, and here I'm gonna have the usual view of the scene, this view layer. Okay, starting from here, make a bleed action dot this trashy action, right? Make a bleed action dot 002. It contained info from a parenting. It's not longer in use, so you're getting sent to the shadow realm. Where are you hiding? Makeup lead action. It is in use for makeup lead and key. Is this a shape key? Makeup lead action. This is what I don't fully understand. What is going on? I need you to give me all the info, good sir. Key 20. What is this? It's like a blend shape that's using animation data. The key 20 probably changed name to something else that makes more sense, right? It's opened. I have to specifically select this blend shape to be able to see here. I think it is a subset of an action. The subset of an action. Gonna get up. I'll be right back. No problem, Slash. Have a good one over there. Thank you for coming to say hi. I appreciate it. And good luck with the new animation over there. Unlinked. I can delete it here. But maybe it has information. That's what's bothering me. How can I make sure it doesn't? Because here, yeah, we were able to check, but sometimes it hides information from you. If you don't highlight, for example, a node or something like that. So let's see. Or we can try the other strat. Blender bake everything into one action and that's it. Set your timeline. Okay, select your animated object or bones and use the bake action tool. Okay, so we just select every object. Let's see. Select everything to make it targetable. I think if I do this, so select everything properly. So all the meshes in there, the armature. They are only objects though, no bones. The background, should we select the background? It is currently not selected. Is it because you're inside all background? No, you are not. You're parallel. Is it? You're not inside colliders, you're inside background. Why are you not targetable, good sir? Or you weren't got by my... Well, you're not showing right now, but... well, I missed because it was... Okay, that was the problem. Okay. Should the camera be targeted? Possibly. No, it's only a bone, theoretically. Okay, I selected every object. From start to finish, bake. Okay. I guess we need to probably choose pose and object, both. Stream needs to be active. Seems like they need to be selected. Okay, right now, are they all showing here? I guess, right? What if I select everything? I pressed all here. So theoretically everything should be selected. Well, because this is an incremental, we can just wing it. And bake action. Pose an object. Visual key. Clean the curves if you want. I mean, theoretically, this is tempting to... Let's see what happens. And probably should clear all the constraints. Well, it's fine. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see if we can get a master action there. It's gonna be a bake for the ages, I guess. Well, let's see if it can take it. Master animation over there. This is probably done certainly often if you animate, so it's probably not gonna be ultra illegal to make, right? The classic question. Is it? Is it not? Who knows? Okay, it finished already. Nothing to bake. Information, nothing to bake. What? What do you mean nothing to bake? It basically asks you to bake everything. Does it need to be here in bake, maybe in strip? Bake action in strip. Could be. What? And I have to check for what? We do be blending. We do be blending. Is it because you're getting a spectrogram or something with colors? Let me check this one. What DNA lives in your Blender files? All the DNA. We have too much. Too much DNA. Are they using a... I guess they are baking straight up. I don't know if my actions are actually paused. Well, because the problem is basically that I don't fully understand the NLA. That is the basic problem. DNA is a low-level system that describes the data structures stored in blend files. It gives structure and meaning to the binary blobs of data. What? There is DNA in your Blender files. Data blobs. I have worked with data blobs for the Neurosama structure. I use them for sound. It's a kind of data type that's called a blob. Yeah, I use them for the audio, I think. A blobberino. Little blobberinos. It exists. The Blender DNA exists. So is it not properly selected? Let's see. Bake action. Does it need to be here? I don't think this works. It's probably gonna tell me again that there is nothing to bake, which is illegal if you ask me. Guess I can use the good old copy paste. The only problem is that you don't always get to see everything that's on that action. Because, for example, if you're keying a material or something or a node and you don't have it selected, it doesn't show, which is problematic if you want to delete them. It finished. It gave me something, a tooltip over there that I failed to read. But I don't see the name of a new action that's overwriting the current action, so I assume it failed again, right? I had this issue with Blender and the material animations. I have to select them, I guess. Yeah, but I don't know if there is a better way. Well, I know they will always show in the timeline. In the timeline, there is an option here that's called View. Show selected, I think it is. And if you only show selected, if you disable it, you will be able to see the materials always and the blend shapes here at the bottom. The blend shapes and the materials appear. This gets very messy if your file is very large, but you will be able to see everything. And when the file gets very large, when you want to not see this mess, you go to the dope sheet, because the dope sheet always shows only selected. Let me see. Maybe I have to attach it to a controller or null. And I made the null that controls the values, and maybe the node will show up in your dope sheet stuff. I don't know. As I told you, it will, if it is not selected, you will always be able to see it here in the timeline too. But in the timeline, I don't know if you can check the actions. I guess this is an action, right? Yeah, and we have the key here. The key, this key is parallel to this action. I guess I can join from here. This will show me all the information, I think. I think this could be the way to do it. And then we can delete them. Well, I can do it here, I guess. I promise there is a little Sailor Moon up there. Let's see. Let's collapse everything, and little by little select everything here. Or in the timeline, I guess I need to expand levels because I'm only seeing meshes. The annotations, as far as I'm concerned, they can be deleted. Okay, I'm gonna expand one more level. Oh, well, sushi appeared, what? Welcome back, mister. Every Friday, my dudes. It is Friday, so we have to celebrate, eh? In just a little bit, you're gonna be free too. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Feliz Viernes over there. Happy Friday in Spanish. Hello, hello, Mr. Sushi. How is the weekend looking? Do you have any cool plans? I'm gonna be resting as usual. Nothing fancy is gonna be happening over there, I think. Let's see. I guess we can go to the top to the bottom. Trying to clean this file, merging everything into one action so that it's easier to make it work in Unity. Armature action. Yes, you are the goat. You're our mega action. we're gonna be checking all these guys, all these little actions. I wanna plug into armature action. Let me see, nothing fancy over here either. Just want to get my campaign in good order. Yes, let's use that assistant over there to help you, get everything in order, get down those good summary documents over there, right? To be able to handle everything on your next D&D session over there. Stop working? Why is that the case? But I figured it out today. Okay. Huge W. Huge W. It just kept saying it couldn't do stuff in Confluence anymore. But I got it all worked out, so I'm happy. Okay. I don't know, I have never used such a tool. I don't know what that is. I don't know how that goes. Okay, so I think I probably don't need this material thingy for now. What we need to do, let's see, for example, this is the next action, pink magic action. Does it have a keyframe? It has a little bit of information here, right? It has object transforms. And I think it's only key in the initial position of something. It's not a lot of information. And here it also has these frames. These frames, what are they keying really? This material. And they are keying a blend shape here to make them shrink. I think this was before we had bones, but I'm not sure if I'm using it in the final animation or not. This was to try to avoid the square look. But as I said, I don't know if it's really in use. Whatever the case may be, I want this information to be in our main action, right? So can I join it? And okay, this is information from the material that's probably not gonna be exported. So this is what we need to copy later in Unity. It's not a lot of work because it's only on the materials. So yeah, that's why I need a clean copy of the file too, because we're gonna squish all the materials in the masters only. So it's gonna get a bit more complicated than that. So I have to look at the other file, right? So let's see, here if I were to pick only the masters, I should be golden, theoretically. Get bubbled. The chickiness of this person over here. Let's see, the bubbles are always fun. How should I call you? Rokurok 48. Thanks for the bubbles. The bubbles are fun. Let's see. If I grab your master keyframes, you don't have anything here because this belongs to the mesh, right? Let's see, collapse this little action here. Hydrate. I'm staying fresh here, eh? I'm staying fresh. Let's see. This little action. It is collapsed already. So it only has this first keyframe, so it's probably not important, if we're gonna be honest. Belongs to arm ribbons. Yeah, I'm sure it's not in use. But let's see. Poof. Can copy paste it, right? But it's a bit messy to be doing it here. At least it shows all the information. Is there a way to show only actions, or let's see. I don't know a better way, so let's copy paste. Copy. This action only has this frame. Armature action is our main, so select it here. It has so much information, it's completely black. So let's see if we can actually paste in there or what. Can I paste here? I pasted, that's for sure. We do be scrolling. We do be scrolling. Where is my info? What's here? Hey, we just went out of our... It didn't paste in my main action. It pasted arm ribbons 001 here. It created like another mesh. Let's see, Control C. Yeah, pasted it in arm ribbons 001. It has a different... Is this a different mesh or... What in the... Oh, is it because everything is selected or something? Over here. No, that's so that everything shows here. No, it will show anyway, Mr. Cookie. At least it didn't create a copy of everything, right? No. Where are my arm ribbons? I guess arm ribbons 001 existed before. I don't know. Let's see. Arm. Yeah. I guess one is the left and one, the other is the right. Let's see. Where are you? Ah, one is the fingers and the other is the rest of the arm. Understandable. Have a nice day. Okay. Is it better to straight up go one by one, checking the actions that are in use? But it has to be in the timeline maybe. The problem here is that every time you go into the timeline, if I use show selected, it shows the key and the materials too in timeline, which is awesome. The problem is, can I not see your action? I guess you can only see actions on the other. So illegal. Armature action. 7 objects are using it, right? This is armatures. What is this thing? Let me see. The slot identifies which subset of the action is considered to be for this data block, and its name is used to find the right slot when assigning an action. So it's a subset of an action. The one that's being used here is makeup lead. So this one, makeup lead, that has no action or no information inside here that we can, maybe it has it but we cannot see it. What is this? Only show the slot of the active object. That way it only shows us makeup lead, but it's not giving us the information that's there. Merge animation. Merge the animation of the selected objects into the action of the active object. Oh. Actions are not deleted by this, but might end up with 0 users. Oh, interesting. All right. So we can make everything. Can we select and we can merge action, merge animation to the armature. I can probably select everything and highlight this as an active, or if I'm gonna be a good boy, I can do it little by little. Right. Action, merge animation of the active object. Okay, so if I do this on you and you being the active, merge animation of the selected objects into the action of the active. I think you can type the action name into the outliner and it will show objects linked with it. Like here, I can type makeup lead. Makeup lead, I can see the action here. I can see another dupe here, another one here, indeed. And let's see, because this seemed kind of promising. The merge animation thingy. Merge animation. Let's do it only with one. Merge animation. Now we got into armature action 9 users. And we got a little bit more trash over here of shape keys being toggled on and off in their proper position. They didn't get reset like to 0 or anything. This may be the way to go, eh? And now, for example, if I go into makeup lead, you're using armature action. I think this is what we want. I still get a lot of trash, but I can clean it in Unity later. Maybe I can even choose to select to export one NLA strip. Or when all the information is sent into armature action, I can go into the NLA for the armature action and nuke the rest of the strips, and that way it will only export one. Maybe. Okay, so let's select everything here. Can I do it with A or shall I do it with... I don't know what's smarter. I think all Cookie came and took care of the situations. Camera new is just parented to the bone, I think, so it doesn't need to be selected. And the background, the Rhino is selected. All these guys are selected to right, yes. Okay, so if I were to select the armature, make it the active boy, and then I do merge animation. 87 users. Does it ignore, for example, for makeup lead or users of armature? Are we getting dupes or something? Well, if we were to get duplications, basically the animation will have broken because some movements will get very exaggerated. So I guess pressing play will confirm what happened. She seems to be working. Paster! Yeah, I'm not the best at this, but it is what it is. And we have the animation working, right? But what I wanna do, I don't wanna improve on it, really, but I want it to work in Unity. That's what we're gonna do. I think we figured out the legality here. Now every object is using armature action. I think that was the option we need to click. And now I can go to the NLA and into the editor here, and we can nuke these strips because now we don't need 1,000 ones. We only need armature action. It was disabled anyway. Can I? Okay. This one is an action stash that I don't think is in use anymore anyway. This one. Could these guys disappear, the tracks, if they are not? Delete track. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Delete track. Delete track. Delete track. This action 001, as far as I know, has no information. It maybe at some point. Does it have any users at all? I'm surprised. Why is there still actions here? Shouldn't all of them have like 0 users? For some reason that is not the case. But luckily a lot of them are starting to get 0 users in there. Did you finish Stoneblock 4? Oh, we haven't finished yet. We play on Wednesdays with leads. We still have a long way to go over there. Well, a long way. We're in tier 4. But we're starting to cook. We have almost, well, not infinite nether stars, but we have like the chickens are starting to cook nether stars, and we have like 1,000, well, 1,000. We have 10 stacks or so, and growing fast. And we can nuke withers pretty easily. Pretty easily. We can farm them manually too, if need be. But yeah, we're gonna be finishing tier 4, and I have seen there is a tier 5. We have to decide if we're gonna be ending in tier 5. There also exists a tier 6 to get creative items. We have to see how hard it gets, because I have seen it asks for like spooky objects, but I don't know if it's gonna be easy enough or if you really have to create like crazy machines, because I have seen a guy on YouTube that created like a computer that auto-crafted like everything for the guy, and basically only needed to select that what he wanted, and he got it instantly, well, waiting for a little bit, you know? So I don't know if you have to do that. I think I have the feeling you probably won't, because it didn't ask us to grind that much, to be honest. I discovered that if you use entity spawner to spawn fluid cows, it spawns cows that aren't available. You got turbo fuel cows? The quantum computer. Maybe that's how it's called, the quantum computer. It's very easy to make. It's just a multi-block. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how it automated, but it does like all the stuff for the guy, right? The guy only selects the object the mission asks for, and it gets auto-crafted. But it seems like ultra sorcery for me, so I don't know. I don't know how that goes, but we will figure it out. No problem. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Yeah, it is a pretty fun mod pack. So if we can make it to the end of the mod pack, I would like to see the end, because there is my first proper mod pack over there, and that would be nice to have a conclusion over there too. I also would like to finish Minecraft on my own, in my own world too, from start to finish. One run, right? Because I've never done one run on my own, on proper Minecraft with everything. Let me see. You will need an apply energy stick 2 or storage system for it though. I think Liz was crafting a computer that also had like, it was a storage system that was like a computer, like with hard drives and stuff, but he stopped in the middle. It is there, but we don't have drives or anything. I mean, it's probably not required, right? The cool thing about this modpack is that lets you pick your own path. Let me see, now if I purge and use data, right? Or I can try to manage and use data. Maybe the actions that have 0 user will pop here, right? Let me see, instead of Blender file, I can use data actions. Now I have 64 actions that are not using, that have no users. So smart little cookie, very orderly cookie, eh? The cookie that never stores data trash over here. We'll go in there and delete the forbidden actions. Eh? Let me delete the forbidden actions. Let me see. It's because the computer is from applied. That's why it's kind of required to have a network. I mean, it makes sense that it asks you for more stuff from that mod, right? But if it's not required, maybe we can do it like caveman too, right? Behaving like caveman is something I pretty much enjoy. I don't know. We will see. If we can make it sort of easily, then maybe there is no need for it. Have you Um, are you playing the mod pack? You told us you were on tier 2, right? Did you keep making progress in there? You were crafting your mega cow farm over there. Let's see. Yeah. Make all those unused actions go away. They should make it so that you can delete these guys straight with the delete key. Because, I don't know, it feels a bit, a bit illegal to have to... Let me see. Don't I get like a little button somewhere? Ah, you can purge here. Ah, you can straight up purge. I guess as long as, let me see, image, render result, a node and the text, purge. 1 node 3, 1 annotation, 32 actions. Delete. Oh, the cleanliness. Nice. Purge is useful. Nice. Meister has the brain wrinkles too. I have never been here. I usually do it manually, but it got a bit out of hand here. I say you're at tier 3 right now. Let's go. Let's go. Good progress over there. You get stuck with something, you can ask, because we figured our own path, but we figured a path forward. So we may be able to help. Okay. Can save on memory too, if you remember correctly, probably, right? Let's see. I probably don't need this anymore. The problem is, why do I still have actions here? Accessories action. These guys still exist and hold information, and they were not merged into my main action. Let's see how or why is that the case. Let's look for accessory. The action accessories. Let's see. Yes, I have the whole series on YouTube. You notice Pruska didn't get summoned there. There is a random possibility you get a cartridge or the whistle, but we model her here. All my models I made myself there. Pruska. That's the cartridge. Pruska. There you go. But she's fine. No problem. It's like a little Easter egg. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I know. It is that somebody toggle her. It's like, where is Pruska? No. Oh, but she's fine. It's a joke. She's here, eh? She's doing okay. She's doing alright. She's doing great. Her little skirt sometimes gets clipped a bit. If you shake her a little, sometimes it gets unstuck. Sometimes when you toggle her on and off, it gets fixed. Let me see. Pruska, where are you? Here. Cha. Let's see. Sometimes. Yeah. It is legal. I will take that eating. It is legal. But we made her, we modeled her, and she looks nice. She's here, she's healthy. She's goated Pruska. And when she smiles, she flashes. And you're happy. She gets little blushes over there. W Pruska. Pruska is a goated character. Book W. Yeah, I don't know why it's glitchy sometimes over there. It's a skirt with 3 layers. I'm using Magica Cloth. It was the first Magica Cloth project, so it's not properly rigged. Like, for example, Sailor Moon has bones for everything. That's full Magica Cloth, and it's using an option that synchronizes the skirt layers. It seems to get a bit glitchy from time to time. But if you spin Pruska, her skirt also goes everywhere. It works like a real skirt. Let me see. Where is Pruska? Pruski. Okay, I'm gonna get her controllers over there. Rotation. Spin! I got unstuck. Yippee! The spin did the trick. Happiness. Look at the flow. Look at the flow. Nanachi. Yeah, Nanachi. I didn't model Nanachi because back in the day Shell Beetle modeled Nanachi. Another 3D modeler I was following model Nanachi. So I didn't wanna, I didn't wanna do it. Yeah, Nanachi is goated. To be honest, I was very scared of the fur too. It seemed kinda hard to do. He has a wonderful Nanachi model. I'm gonna link it to you. When... Oh my god. Let's see. Am I thinking of the same character? I think I am. Am I? No. Okay, no. I was not thinking of this character. Never, probably. Probably never. Oh, holy flip. The Charlie Lin model of Belaf is amazing. Menya, W Menya, look at that. Look at this gorgeous thing. Look at Menya over there. And I purposely didn't model Menyas because we were joking for a bit if I needed to model a blend shape for Menya, but I didn't in the end because it seemed too much, too cruel to do that. So I didn't in the end. We could have done it, but we didn't. So it is legal, It is legal. A little joke is okay, but no suffering, no real suffering, Okay. So let me see. Do I have Shell Beetle's Nanachi so that you can see it? Let me see. I think Shell Beetle has it on their art station. Shell Beetle Nanachi. They did an amazing job over there. Nanachi. Shell Beetle Nanachi. Look at this. Yeah, Peachy is amazing too. Let's see. Shell Beetle's work over there. Amazing Nanachi. You have there enough Nanachi for ages. Let's go. Yeah, I'm making a family. Look at this. Look at this crew. It is fantastic to be around all these guys. We're getting quite an army, to be honest. But hey, what can I say? I am an enjoyer. I like my 3D models. So we're gonna have a ton of 3D models. The family is gonna keep growing. And let's see if I can show you Bella from Charlie Lin. Charlie Lin did an amazing Gaboron model. Yeah, because I told Shell Beetle, you're almost there. Sell me the model now. Sell me the model. Show me a cool animation over there or something. Shell Beetle plugged the model into VR chat and did the whole animation dancing. And I said, I'm sold, Shell Beetle. You called me. That's a double. That's perfect. Portfolio project. huge W. Let me see. Bella from Charlie Lin. He also has an amazing Gabron model. Well, my model was inspired on his, to be honest. Bella, Charlie. And he liked my little animation. He made an amazing one now. Let me see. And he made a new figure this year. He has the Made in Abyss rights. He sells the figurines. Charlie Lane Art Station. Let's see. Enjoy. Look at that Gaborone. That's the new Gaborone figurine and the new, well, you can see the old Belaf and the old Gaborone too. With Fapta included. I wanted to model Fapta too. But I decided in the end that she was a bit too sassy for streaming. And the fur was also scaring me too. But I don't know. Okay. Let's keep going over here. Let's keep going. You're not what? Never late. Never late. You're just in time. I discovered a way. To help us. I basically selected every object and I pressed here Action Merge Animation, and this moves all the information to the selected object. So now it has 86 users, and then you can go here into Unused Data and hit the button Purge, and it deletes all the animations that are not in use. So we discovered a pretty cool way to deal with that. We still have actions here. There are still objects that are using these actions, and I'm trying to check where are they. Okay, these are from empties. Maybe it's because they were untargetable or something. Could be. Or maybe they belong to bones. I recognize some from some empties. But I would say, let's see, I'm trying to look for accessories action. Accessories, because it was the first one that... Accessories action. Oh, and I wanted to see it here somewhere. Accessories action. And it shows nowhere. Why is that the case? Reggie, how are you doing over there? Did you get all the W's? Did you get all the W's on your stream over there? Did you get all the W's? Thank you for the compliments over there. Yeah, thank you for the compliments. No, you didn't get all the W's, but you get some. You get by. Yeah. I hope so. Hope you enjoy your session over there, eh? Little by little. The good W's. Okay. Let me see. Trying to see what object or what. Oh my god, I got trapped. I'm stuck. Yippee. Now you discover the combos. I got stuck because you yeeted me before. That's why. I need to put a collider on my desk. When I modeled my desk, I didn't know how to put colliders in Unity. But now I know. it should never be transparent. Okay, Yeeting and Bubble does not fully work, that combo. It's a bit too intense. Bubble Yeet seems to be the way. Yeah, Bubble Yeet. Water Yeet. Oh my god. Yeah, now I also have heal. They do the same. Because I understood, like, exclamation mark emote to heal is not very, you know, not very user friendly. Heal, you can heal with heal. Or you can toss me an almond in there and say, almond. It hits me for a quarter of a heart, but it spawns my almond balls over there, my kibble ball. And I can go munch on it. And that heals me too. It has several states over there. They are blend shapes. I did it with blend shapes. So I can toggle the, the cable board has several states of munchiness. And they heal me. I'm about to finish my almonds. What? Empty bowl over there. And then if I hit again, it doesn't heal me this time, but it refills. I have the brain wrinkles. Look at that. Oh my god. Help. Help. You cannot toggle Sailor Moon. That's why you didn't toggle Sailor Moon, because there is no official trigger yet, right? Pucha. Thank you for the headpats over there. Oh, smart. Let me go ahead and do it. Headpad needs to heal. It only makes sense. Headpads needs to heal. String contains headpad too. Yeah. I need to add another boolean here. Or I can, let's see, if then don't throw me an emote, but heal me. What is my health? Heal, okay, heal. Copy the healing node. Where is headpads? Headpads. Headpads, where are you hiding? I see the eating, I see the water, I see the hydrate or water. It's probably not in this page. Let me look for toggles. Then it is here for sure. Oh my god. I see you from the stars. I saw the earth from the space there. Toggles, okay. Where is the headpad node? Mr. Headpad, where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Air. Oh! I'm under attack. I need to heal. I see the W, I see the night vision. I see the fries. Headpad. I figured you. I have located you. Headpad node. Can I paste from another page? Paste? Yes, I can. Okay, so where does it need to heal? At the end. when the hand disappears? Probably not. Probably. Well, maybe when it disappears, it's fine. Can do it. Okay. Try it now. Headpats. Headpats. Now when the hand disappears, I should heal. It heal a bit. Let's see. Yeah. It gives 1 heart. That's a lot of healing. Because headpat's good. Headpat's good. Let me save. Big W. All right. So then I got hit by a little almond, eh? Somebody's telling me to munch. We may munch a bit. Meester, doe manchi. Nom nom nom. Nom nom almonds. Nom nom almonds. Okay. Where are these actions? They have users. And why can I not find them here by looking? Is it case sensitive? Maybe. I have to do accessories like this. Access. No. Then maybe it's not affecting anything really. And what could be another issue? Is it only, well, let's try an export like this, right? Let's see how this goes in Unity. Because maybe the problem is not a constraint or anything that's not baked. Maybe the only problem is that, you know, that I was missing information because it was stashed in another action or something. Okay, so let's select everything here. And let's try another export. And let's see how it behaves now in Unity. I'm gonna do a save first of all. An export with the normal Blender FBX exporter, because it seems to behave better than mine, because mine has it always exports every animation track. So don't export all actions, only export the NLA strips. Don't force start and end keyframes, key all bones, maybe not. Let's see. Selected objects, armature and mesh. FBX all. Don't apply the modifiers. And add leaf bones and only the form bones. Export FBX. Okay. Are you gonna start to sync? Yeah, you're starting to sync. But this one, my Blender can pull it off. Eh? We have proof from last stream. Let's see if now, because there are less actions, right? Maybe it behaves even better. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. When are we going to be able to get channel point? Yeah, I don't know, sadly. That's because I live in Spain, and to be able to, like, I'm already affiliate size, right? But I cannot sign the contract, because to be able to sign the contract, if I'm gonna be, if I'm gonna get paid from subs and bits, even if it is only a few euros, I need to be a freelancer, so I need to pay a flat fee. So that's a whole thing in my country. I need to pay 80 bucks per month to be able to do that. So that's a lot of money, and it quickly stacks up, right? The first year is 80 bucks. 80 bucks is legal enough. But from the third year on, the second year is already 320. But if you don't make minimum wage, you can pay only 80. I don't know if you need to pay it at front and then they send you the difference back or something. But the third year there is no escape. The third year you have to pay 320, and that's a lot of money. Yeah, so for now on, we just have to chill. The thing is, I made my emotes, right? And my emotes work for 70B and they are free. So yeah, it's illegal. It's the only country in the world that does it too. It's very annoying. It's an amazing country for everything else. It's an amazing country to grow up and to live in general and to retire, but to be a freelancer is one of the most illegal ones. Cookie seasonal plus. I need a plus. I need a cookie plus for myself. I need one, and I want you to have one. I will want one. Yeah, I need a plushie. I need a cookie plushie. But I guess you can have a void cat plushie and you can call it your cookie plushie, and that is legal too, eh? Luckily my character is pretty simple and every void cat can be a cookie cat. I approve. But yeah, like ideally in the future, when we grow, right, when we are big boys, we can have our own plushie. Maybe we can make it through Makeshift or something. That would be great. And I will want you to have maybe a 3D printed figurine too, or stuff of the like. Because with the pose of the thumbnails or something like that, like a happy cookie showing something, like something like that. It would be legal. That you can have. If you have a 3D printer, you can have that the figurine soon enough. We can make it one day. Easy peasy. Let me see. 30 subs, a few comms, grab a plush once a year. I think your community can help. I mean, thank you so much, Mr. Maro. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will be willing to support. I'm trying to support your stream, right, as much as I can. Because Maro right there supported me when I was even more baby. When I was ultra baby cookie. When I was just starting, he showed me the way in the 3D world. He showed me how to blend, basically. He stayed with me when I was making Tomoyo, Bichi Pichi, a previous cookie figurine, Chibi and Cookie, my models, right? From start to finish, hand holding me over there, supporting Cookie, you know. Helped me a lot. He's learning to blend right now. Big blending over there, because he knows 3D in general, but he's learning the blendies, the way of the blendies. And he knows Maya and 3D Studio and a lot of programs over there. Let me see. Well, you help too, and I want to support you too, good sir. But yeah, of course we're gonna get our cookie stuff. Eventually, of course. And ideally I want to make commissions here, right? To be able to make VTubers for everyone to enjoy and for me to subsist. That is the way of the cookie. Okay, let me see. It seems to have finished the export, so let's see. Let's switch to Unity. Pam, pam. Okay. Do we have the FBX here? Yes, we do. Okay, I'm gonna drop it over there. See what happens. I have to set everything up. Probably yes, because the actions are different. So let's nuke our test FBX here. Let's see. We don't really need any of these guys. Delete, delete, and delete. Because the new animation is gonna be more complex, so it's not gonna work. Drop this guy here. Let's see what we have, because if this already works, we can start summarizing the materials in there, for example. That could be nice. And then we can plug the new textures, see how it goes. Probably like next Blender day, like on Monday or something, we can start animating how the materials appear and disappear, or maybe we can start today, it depends. Nice, it's importing right now. It's doing big thinkies in there, eh? Big thinkies. I need to remember to check the option for the bone deformations. That's a new thing I never had to do before. Let's see, importing. Okay, what do we have over there? Nice. Don't I have... Are we missing the bubble? Are we missing the bubble? Because this battle angel... Or do I need to go... Are we missing the bubble? Well, whatever the case may be, if we are missing the bubble, it's fine. I don't see it here. But let's check the important stuff, right? Let's check that the animation works in general there. Okay. Not gonna plug materials, but I'm gonna hit the classics here. It's basically legacy blend shape normals and read and write. Apply. Gonna have to think there for a nanosecond. Gonna check on the side here, Blender. Why did you not select the particles, like the bubble and stuff? The magic rays are selected and the bubble is selected. It is selected, so it should have exported. Maybe in this point in time it's resized to 0 and it got the memo this time because it's sharing the armature animation. Maybe. Because previous Sailor Moon had the bubble visible from the start. So let's think. I don't see it here though. Do you see it here? Am I blind? I don't see it. See the magic rays? I see the ribbons, but I don't see the bubble. She needs an exclamation mark bubble there. Well, it's fine. Alright, rig. Humanoid. Apply. checking here the file. It was selected. Babblerino, where are you hiding? Is it because... Is it inside the armature? The ribbons are here. Even the bubble. So peculiar. Let's see, it's taking a little bit of time because the armature is a mesh. It has like, how many bones? 600. Something like that. And the animation is spicy too. Yeah, we can check in Blender. How many bones does the armature have? The armature has... You see that it was selected. The ribbon and the bubble. The bubble is here. Selected, targetable. It is not showing there for whatever reason. And it's also inside the armature here. The armature has 700 bones. Sorry. I was off by 100 more. 700 bones. I don't know where they are hiding though. But she's a very bony fish. She do be bony. Okay. Has finished. Let's configure the armature here, the avatar. It's opening. We have to tell Unity where the root bone is and the rest. The root and the hips, and the rest should be okay. We need to remove the jaw because we are not using a jawbone. We're using blend shapes for that. And other than that, test that she moves okay. Hit that special bone scaling thing, and that's about it. Let's teleport with her. There we go. As you can see, she has a few bones in there. So we go to the head. We disable the chin here, the jaw. Bam. Bye. And we go to the bone, root, spine, chest. It's already done. No, my bad, hips. This needs to be the hips. Can I drag it? Hips. Let's look it up. Is this one the bone? Yeah, I guess. Well, let's drag it. But yeah, it was that one. We drop it there. Bam. That should be it. Mr. Support cookie. I try to support you guys whenever you're streaming over there. Gotta support each other. Let's see. To map. No. The T-pose is accepted, so we don't have to do that. We just apply. Apply. Everything else should be okay by default. Apply. Bam. Then we go to muscles and settings and we click the special option, because when Cookie was animating it was a bit cheeky and I scaled bones of the hand so that the animation looked better, and I also moved some bones around so that the animation looked better. When I mean move, I mean I just grabbed the bone and I moved it wherever I wanted without following the normal joint. So our animation is a bit spicier than it should, than Unity likes. So I have to select an extra option there. Okay, Unity is doing its thing. It's checking that all the bones are in place. This Sailor Moon is allowed to move. It's getting licensed to move there. You got this, Unity. You got this. Okay. And other than that, let's see. Shouldn't be that problematic. Here the meshes appear like with a 90-degree thing, and I'm not sure why that is the case. Probably because of the exporter. They correct in the end, I think. When you exit this, they appear with the proper transformation. How are you doing, Mr. Unity? You got this. Avatar editor, avatar on inspector GUI. Let's go. All right. Now she can move. Now she can dance. Dance, 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 dance. Bam, 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 bam. Chun, 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 chun. And this is the special option I need to hit. Let's go. I need to tweak the weights of her thumb too. It is a bit spicy. As you can see here, a lot of my models have this illegality. Why? Probably because I didn't know how to do it. Or I didn't know how to weight paint properly. You see, Ocean does not have this illegality. But Bichi Pichi, probably Prushka too to a lesser extent, and Sailor Moon do. You see, if I push my thumb a lot, I get a little indentation there in the hand. So Ocean does not have this problem, but a lot of my models do. And it's because of how I weight paint, I think. Or maybe I need to constrain the movement a little. I don't know. I guess both work. But well, it's an illegality that I commit often. And I need to check how I did with Ocean to fix that thing. I think it was just tweaking the weights a bit. Okay, I need to... Behind Ocean here, there is a secret option we learned about yesterday. Oh, can you tell? Here, this little square. The square says translation DOF. We have to hit that so that the bones can move around and scale. We need to apply. And other than that, we are done here. We can plug materials. We won't yet, because what I want to check here is the animation, really. I want to check if the animation works for the makeup, for example, because the makeup before was refusing to move. And one of our conclusions or tips, we thought it could be an issue, right? Could be that the rest of the animation was in another action strip, basically. So the information was somewhere else, because I only plugged one animation strip. So it made sense. Now everything ideally should be in the main animation strip. So what happens when I plug it? Does the magic work now or not? Or do we need to fix the Blender file a little bit more? That is what we're gonna learn right now. Let's see. Mr. Unity, you got this. You got this. There you go. Good job. Done. The animation clips. And we still... okay. I thought all of this was deleted. We still have one camera action with only 8 frames. Okay, I guess. The important one is this one. The rest, it's whatever. Okay. So I don't know if I need to apply it somehow. I know last time I just hit this one and did the back and I could apply now. I don't know if it's only... if it works anyway. Probably. I guess you get your clips down there and then you can control or shift D, I don't remember. Control D maybe. And then you can extract the clip from there. You see that now the meshes don't have the 90-degree rotation. I'm gonna make sure by going down that the shoes and the socks have the proper orientation, but maybe they do. Maybe they do. Okay, it's thinking again, eh? Doesn't let me move. Unity is not an enjoyer of this file, eh? For whatever reason. I guess the animation, well, the animation is a bit intense from our usual shenanigans, right? From our usual workload. And this scene is also kind of packed with information. So maybe Unity is not an enjoyer. Okay, let's see the rest of the meshes. Yeah, all of them have the correction. Ah no, look at this. Look at this illegality here. The meshes have rotations here. I guess these are the meshes themselves, not the objects, the meshes. They have a rotation. I know there is an issue there with Unity and Blender FBX shenanigans. The objects itself is like, well, they understand, right? I don't know if they get corrected by the avatar or the armature, right? Or what? As long as Unity understands what's going on there, that's the only important thing. Okay, I don't need to extract these guys. I do, but I won't do it yet. Let's do the important stuff here, shall we? We'll go to the animator, we select the character there. It's not exactly a character yet as a prefab, but it is our character. And we're gonna create an animation clip. Create. You're gonna be called new animation. Why not? Okay. And we can hit to get a clip. Can hit record and stop. Okay, there we go. Okay, new animation. I'm gonna plug the animation here. We don't have it yet because we need to select the FBX boy. New animation. Basically, I need to extract from the FBX our armature action. You press Ctrl D and it gets extracted here, armature action. So maybe we never needed this one. Can delete new animation, I guess. Go to the animator. We can plug instead of new animation. I can plug in motion, armature action. Bam. And now, because there is no condition of entry or anything, when you press play, it just, any state, it goes inside here and it plays it once because we didn't make it into a looping animation, right? So now, ideally, when we press play, it should work. How well does it work? We're gonna find out. Does the makeup work? Does it not? We will see. We will see. I know she will have illegalities because we didn't configure like the twist bones in the arms, so those are not probably following properly. So basically, her upper arm is gonna be scuffed. It's not gonna be able to properly follow, but that's not really a problem. It's only a minor issue. I want to see if the magic works and if there is a bubble in there or not. Probably not, because I don't see it here in the list of meshes. So I will have to investigate why it didn't export. It's loading the materials. Has to create a cache every time I press play for the first time, right? And it's caching, that's the problem. I don't know if any Unity animators know why, but it caches every material in my project, and there are like 500 materials, so it's caching 500 materials. So help. I think I need a new scene. Well, new scene, no, new project probably at this point. But yeah, there are probably, as I said the other day, right? There are probably tools or something that can localize this a bit more to your folder or something, because this is a bit wild and it makes no sense. Okay. We have the helper here, the Magic Class 2 helper. This was to help us transfer colliders from one model to another. And I also have a new script that I have not imported yet that should be helpful to auto-place colliders for the first time. So it should give you, she's doing the thing. She's doing something. The makeup still does not follow. And that makes me wonder. Where are you going? Okay. She's doing stuff and things. Spinning a lot. Some of the spin, well, the spin probably makes sense. She's doing the thing, but I think I've never seen the magic rays properly spin, right? Well, that's the end of the animation there, but I think on the first frames, if I teleport to the body, does it work better? Okay. I will have the bodies. Let me see. Let's play it again. I think the magic does not spin, eh? And the makeup kit does not go up either. And I wonder why. The ribbons work. The twin tails also are not doing anything. So we have to check what is going on. The fact that the arms are cooked, that's not a problem, really. That is to be expected. It's because of the twist bones. But why did these guys not do its thing? Are they, for example, the skirts flapping around? Let's see. Do the skirts move? I think they are frozen. I know we can add physics to them and stuff, but... So my question would be, is the animation of the bones that don't belong to the armature straight up not exporting? Because that could be, you know, could be the thing. Yeah, because the twin tails are not moving and the skirts are not moving either. So let's see, let's stop and let's go back to Blendy. Aren't they in the same armature? They are in the same armature. That's why I don't understand. Let's see. They all belong to the same armature. You see twin tails, well that's the mesh. and the bones, of course, belong to the armature, right? Let me check the twin tails, high poly, let's see. Oh, my eyes. Twin tails, what action are they using? Armature action. Does it have information? Let's see. Twin tails have it only has a few keyframes here and there, but the rest should be in the bones. They should not be going anywhere, to be honest. So these keyframes should be relevant, probably. Reselecting the bones, yeah, sorry. The information should be there. Let's see, armature, bones, right? Select all. Ah, you know? No, they got selected. I thought for a nanosecond maybe the problem is that the bones are hidden and they didn't export. Do we have the bones in Unity? Because this could be the issue, or it's weird, but maybe, you know? It could maybe happen. But the makeup bones were displayed. Let's see, do we have in Unity, if I were to open the hierarchy, to expand a hierarchy to the max, I think it is Control left click in the arrow. No, Shift Alt click. That's it. To fully expand a hierarchy. And do I have, look, the bones of the skirt are here. Long skirt. The bones are here. The skirt ones too, and the magic ray is probably too. We'll go to M. Do I have the twin tails too? Magic rays. The makeup particle master. Twin tails. Do I have twin tails? Probably twin tails here. Yeah. So the bones are here. Somehow the animation cannot address them, and they are inside the armature. They are inside the armature. And they have a mesh too. Because we plug the animator to the character, air quotes, right? It's not a character exactly, but using the controller and just using the avatar. So it's not exporting properly the animation, probably. If I were to assume, let's see. Blendy blend, where are you hiding? Okay. Why do I have that conflict? Let me select the twin tails as an object. Do you have several? I want to see the strips, the NLA strips. You have action 1 that contains nothing and armature action, and if I play you have information there. Maybe it's not the best movement, but you have your information there. Okay, so let me see. Unity. Let's look it up. Unity. Bones outside main armature. How could you say? Bones or additional bones or something. bones not being animated. Additional bones fail to animate in Unity due to humanoid rig restrictions. Disable avatar mask, transform settings, or naming mismatches. Fixing avatar mask settings. Let's see. Resolve this by enabling the bones in the model's animation import settings, switching to a generic rig if retargeting is not required, or ensuring exact name matching between the 3D software and Unity. Yeah, I have not changed the name of the bone, that's for sure. Is there a bone limit? We have the classic limit to 4 bones for blend shapes and stuff. Well, for blend shapes, for movement in general, I think. They have the classic 4 bone limit. That could be messing with us, but I'm rigging here with that constraint in mind, I think. Am I though? I know I have it on the, how do you call it? This robust weight transfer, it has that setting enabled. Max groups per bird 4. Because this is for Unity shenanigans. But for example, the twin tails have weights only for their own bones, and they are pretty localized, so they should have no problem. I mean, if the humanoid rig has a limit, thinking if we can overlap a generic rig to the humanoid one that follows or something, but you will have 2 avatars. That's spicy for sure. Is it a random bone each time, or is it the same one? A random bone? No, the animation is baked and I don't know, like it only, for example, this part of the twin tail is only controlled but this bone here, so this guy should not have more than 4 vertex groups of influence. I could have maybe used a vertex bone to create a collection or to mask or something, but let me see. Fixing avatar mask settings. Select your imported model file in the Unity project window, go to the animation tab and scroll down to the mask section. Change the definition to humanoid or create and adjust an avatar mask. Expand the transform drop-down list to locate your extra or additional bones. Oh. Let's see. In Unity. Let's see. Show. The FBX. In the rig. Or what? Or in the animation. Animation tab. Import animation. Animated custom properties. What is this exactly? Animation compression optimal. Maybe we should say off, but let's see. let's select our clip. Armature action. Source take, armature action. Start at 0 and at the end. Loop? No. Root transform rotation baked into pose. Body orientation, root. Oh, here, mask. Oh, let me move to the side. You see there are more options there. Okay. Here is the one that's telling me to edit. I don't know about events, but I think it's telling me to work in the mask here. Okay, humanoid. Okay, transform. No transform mask defined. Only human curves will be imported. Okay, so we need to enable more bones here. So, avatar mask. Expand the transform. Drop down list to locate your extra or additional bones. In transform here. No transform mask defined. How can I create an avatar mask? Is it here in the definition? Create from this model. Yeah, for the mask, right? Definition, create from this model, humanoid. Oh, look at that. Now they appear here. Oh, we're getting wrinkles. Armature. And these are the meshes, right? But inside armature, okay, we need to Alt Shift click to expand the whole collection. Look at this. It was ignoring all our bones. Oh, the chickiness of this guy. Can we select them easily? Oh, do we have to do it one by one? Can I not do maintain Alt Option key to enable disable all children? I want all my children. I want all my children here. Give me Alt to enable or disable all the children. I want all. I guess you cannot. Can you not do it here? Well, this is it speeds it up a bit. It's not great, but if I do Alt Shift, can I do everything? No, it doesn't seem to be the case. Very peculiar. Can I not do like right click or something? Select all. No. Oof. Well, luckily they are mostly chains, so I can do something like this too. The leaf bones should have been stripped. I mean, I'm assuming they are gonna be stripped. They don't have an animation anyway, so it's not gonna be problematic. I didn't know why we use leaf bones, but I read about it the other day. It told me in one of the options here. It is to be able to define the length of the last bone. That's why you need to put the leaf bone there, and then you need to strip it when you come to Unity. I didn't know that. Where is a family? Well, she's a bony girl, eh? She has some bones inside there. Look at her go. Yeah, end bones indeed. I just assumed the size of the bone was preserved on the bone itself, but it seems like it needs that last bone, so I don't know. And some people put physics in the last bone too, I have heard. Slash, me hungry, me go eat, me will work. Enjoy your munchies over there, Mr. Slash. Enjoy the munchies. Happy Friday. Thank you for the lurk. You can wait it. You can wait to eat, I think. I don't know. As far as I know, the last boys should never. You should not mess with them too much. They should never be deformed or anything, I think. You can put physics in there, I think. But that's about it. And you can strip them. I always strip them. I never keep them. The end. To the end. Bones. Let's see. There should be a way to select this at the same time. It says maintain alt / option key to enable or disable all children. But I want them all. Isn't there a config way to select them all? I'm sure. It has to be. There has to be a way. Let me see. Unity. How is this called? A mask. Avatar mask. Avatar mask. Select all bones. How? Let's see. Create an avatar mask. Click and drag your character's avatar. Open the transform subsection. Yeah, the mask. Choose copy from other mask. Choose the other mask. Yeah. There has to be an easy way. How to check all bones. All boxes. How to tick all the boxes. How do you select them all? Good sir. Well, I don't know. Have 3 dots here. No, that was not it. Well, I guess that's the best we can do. Luckily, most of them are chains, but I see somebody scouting the map already. I see a scout over there. Okay, okay. Huge W. Nice, nice. Let's see. Well, these end bones should probably be ignored. Twisterinos. Twisterinos. And by the way, Mara, if you have any... Are these meshes? Are these meshes? I think they are meshes. Okay, I need to stop there. Okay. Ah, look at this. What the illegalities? Oh, you show me this option now, right? Toggle. Unity. Mr. Unity. This button should be at the top. That way you can save your animators a little bit of pain, right? Well, now that I know about it, I don't need. It is okay, right? Yeah. Oh my god. The UI, the designer, he went to bed very happy and got a treat. I said, wow, we're done fantastic today. Clip it and ship it, man. We got this. Amazing work. To be fair, it's a pretty old Unity version. 2021, maybe they figured it out eventually, right? Tested it with 1.1. Yeah, the guy said, well, they look amazing right down here, right? Looks amazing. Yeah, when somebody imports an armature that does not fit in like 3 monitors, you know, let's put this tooltip here because it helps, right? You cannot see the tooltip, but when you hover over it, it says maintain Alt to enable or disable all children, and that helps. But over here, for example, if you do Alt Shift in this arrow, like you click all the hierarchy. Let me do that, or show me the button up there, because see, I went through the pain, man. Okay, let's apply. Apply. Now it should have to reevaluate the animation clip, and maybe we need to click here Control D again because the animation clip is different. If we see it flashing, maybe not, because that means it updated. But if we don't, maybe we need to press Control D again and plug it again in the animator, and if everything starts moving there, we got another brain wrinkle and another W. which would be amazing. And we can start getting ready to pick over there with the boys, of course. I did very small working session today, but it's okay. Summertime. Don't know. I don't want to get used to this, but I don't know. Also did the Thursday stream there with the event, and the event was a pretty short stream, but the edition I had to do afterwards, but that was not small. It is okay. Okay. It finished. Did you see this clip update? I didn't. Well, the clip is not relevant. It's this action. I was not looking at the action, but I'm gonna delete it. Then inspect here again the file, the FBX, and get the armature action. Control D. And then we are gonna go back here to the animator, new animation, and we plug the armature action with the new bones in there, probably, hopefully. Press play. Scene. Do the... Okay, they went. Let's go. Absolute cinema. We may have illegalities still there. The particles are planes. They always have been, right? Always have been. Let's see. I'm gonna try to check for obvious illegalities. Okay, we don't have the bubble for some reason. I still don't know exactly why, but we had it on the previous one, so it's probably not that bad. I wonder, what is that plane that appears cutting over here at the bottom? Could it be a particle that's not in use? It could be a particle that's not in use in that scene. It could be. I'm so happy we got this to work here, even if it's not all the way there yet, but... Oh my god. She moves, at least. Okay, so now we have to create a summary of the materials. The particles need their own materials too. There is no way around that one. Yeah, sadly, right? The background too. We need the magic as an extra too. Let's check the list, for example. What could be summarized here? For example, these guys that have bow, back, front, lead and crystal, this can be deleted. They can be only one, and the crystal I need to separate it. Well, if it means the actual crystal that shines with magic, pink magic, we need this one still. Arms ribbon magic. I think this one is slightly more. I was gonna say purple. It's not exactly purple. The word I'm looking for is a color that's in between pink or like it is raspberry color basically. I don't know how. Like magenta with saturation cranked up to 1000. The background should be a video. I have to figure that one out, but it's probably not too bad. Gonna trust Poyomi. And the bubble is what it is. I'm trying to see the choker. The choker does not need its own material. This one can go away. So let's see, can I delete them here? No, it's okay. Just to get the mental picture there. So we can delete 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably 5. Because they share the same material. This one has to exist. 6. These ones need to be there. 7. 9. No. Yeah, we only need one emissive. And maybe not. Because maybe I can get the texture, needs to be white. Maybe I can use the bubble material or the texture with emission cranked to the max. So maybe the emission we don't need. What else could we? The feathers are needed, both of them. The focus lines too. Makeup magic. These are the rays. No, this is the crystal I was talking about. It can go away if we separate the mesh. New ribbon magic. New ribbon magic. Why would this be a thing? New ribbon magic. Isn't enough? I think it should be the same. I think maybe it's the one for the like the chest. The chest ribbons. Pink magic. We have quite a few magic materials, eh? And they are not that different. I could tell you there is one that's more magenta and one that's more pink, and you can even change the hue, so maybe we can pull it off with only one. The particles, I don't see a way around it. Oh, you know what? Oh, maybe not. No, because we summon them both at the same time often. But I was thinking maybe Poyomi has an option that allows you to create like a GIF inside the material. It's usually used like for like a face, like chibis that does the instantaneous change for a blink, for example. If you want a constant blink, you can create a GIF like that. You can address and animate the property with like a slider. So I could say like you could choose the particle with something like that, but I don't know. We can animate the material per mesh too. So maybe we can create or a dictionary of images and create a particle dictionary and use it per particle. That could be maybe done. Starts to get spooky, but it can possibly be done, I think. Not that hard. And what is this? The outfit. The skirt should be part of the outfit. These guys go away too. So maybe there is a way to summarize all the particles in one material. Let's go little by little, probably, right? I don't know. I'm thinking if I were to animate a material and I do another export, I can keep the animation clips. Yeah, because the material remains in this folder. It's one of these spheres, right? Maybe it's animation. It's a clip we can have here and it can survive. Okay, so we are probably okay. I don't know if I can copy frames from one animation clip to another, but I'm assuming you can. worst case scenario, maybe you can stack several timelines too. So I don't know. That seems kind of nice, kind of neat. We'll have to go into material editing next Blender stream. Start summarizing there and start plugging the proper stuff here and animating it. Animating it, not gonna be too spicy because we only have to join the values. But that's about it. Let me do a quick toilet break and start getting everything ready for pick here, eh? Let's get ready to pick, shall we? Let me save the scene. Save. Closing Unity. Closing the Unity launcher. Saving Blender. Closing Blender. Launching Peak. With a mod to have the mega lobby. Launching. Closing tabs. Changing the title. For now, let's say Maron Neutra. If anyone wants to join. Okay, pick. Let's see. All right. And give me 2 minutes. Hear me.
May I interest you in some 3D waifus?